Welcome to A Date with Danu, right here on High TV, your luxury channel. When I'm seated on this seat and when we have the lights on, you know what we're up to. We have done some digging and it's time that we sit down for some questions that might just bring out more than what you know about a person, right here on Date with Danu. As my first guest on the show, I have someone who is beautiful inside out. She is remarkable. She's always so kind, always so collected. And at the same time, she is one of a kind who created a new trend in our country. As my first guest on the show, I have Shani, also known as Beauty Doctor.
Hi, I'm Shani. You guys know me as Beauty Doctor. I'm here today to go on a date with Danu. What I love about this show is basically you get to be yourself, not be professional, or people get to expose the fun side of them and Danu gets to trash them, which is fun for him, not so fun for us, but I mean it's fun rather than just an interview and all, you know, sitting prim and proper. You get to have fun as well, so I'd love to be part of it. What I love about Danu is you can just talk about anything for hours and hours and hours with him. So I'm anyway comfortable talking to him. This is just going to be a fun show.
And with me, I have Shani. Shanika. That's a full name, no?
Yeah.
But everyone knows you as Shani. Thanks for joining me on the show. It's been a long-awaited process. I think ever since I started Date with Danu, your name was on the list. But it just got pushed. And I'm happy to have you. So everyone knows her as Beauty Doctor, as I said in my introduction. So this brand Beauty Doctor, how did it come about?
Just like, you know, when I started, I think 5 years ago, and I mean, very few people knew me by my name, and I wanted my work portrayed, and I wanted to showcase what I believed in rather than my name. I just thought it was not like a business point of view, or like, I know like people just think so much about, you know, how many followers will I get with this name kind of thing. I just thought, what I believe in, beauty. Who am I? A doctor. Put it together. Where do I live in? Sri Lanka. So beautydoctor.sl.
There you go. It's simple as that.
Simple as that.
But did you ever think that this brand will reach out so much because of the fact that people reach out to you with day-to-day problems? Apart from the skin issues or any cosmetic related issues, they'll speak to you about issues.
Yeah. It's mostly 50% of cosmetic related stuff and 50% of like day-to-day. I want to be a doctor too. I have these family issues, because I do like morning stories when I'm in my car. So I feel engaged with the people I follow, and I don't say anything that I don't believe in. Like, I don't promote something just for the sake of promoting or, you know, to influence other people if I don't really believe in it. So it feels nice to be close to a larger group of people.
And I must say, this set of followers just rapidly grew, and I think it sort of also broke the trend of, you know, a doctor is a person who is unreachable unless you keep an appointment, unless you channel a doctor is the only way you can talk to them, and also that whole one-on-one relationship has always been. I think, of course, the world is changing and people have to think of a new way of approaching any subject. I think medicine also needs to go through that.
I mean, if you message me, okay, I have these symptoms, and I mean, like if you've been chatting with me for some time, I'm not going to ask you for come for a separate consultation if I can just give you like
then and there.
You know, then and there. So
And sometimes considering the fact that not everyone would have the luxury to concentrate on skin when they have so much of problems that they feel are important. Yeah, we'll speak more, of course, but there's somebody who really completes her. You know, this whole thing about love, I very rarely get to see it today, over the fact that, you know, love is not exactly about giving gifts and saying I love you and singing a song under a tree. It's also about practical living. How much can you compliment the other person? How much are you proud of another person's achievement? Most of the marriages break when you know that you or she or he has to take the back seat. But there's always a pillar of strength, and I will define him as that. He's clumsy though, but he's definitely a pillar of strength. I'm happy to have the man who fits in the puzzle perfectly, Ihan.
So I'm Ihan, I'm Shani's better looking half. I help with the clinic, drive business. On my day job, I also manufacture underwear. Looking forward to date with Danu. So, a bit worried about the show, not sure what sort of questions he'll hammer, especially if it's about girlfriends and things like that, it's a bit more worrying, but looking forward to hammering him back as well as possible. Danu thinks he's funny, but sometimes he tries to be funny but not so funny. We have to accept it and laugh along anyway. He also thinks he can cook like the sister, but he definitely can't cook as well. He definitely can eat, but cooking and being very funny, I'm not so sure.
Please note that he's wearing funky socks and funky shoes. Right? Now you can move on with life.
Yes.
In case you want to put it down, we can. So, Ihan, thanks for joining us on the show.
Thank you for having me.
So, Ihan gave a speech recently at one of the ventures that that was launched under one of the brands that Shani works for. And Shani made a very proper speech and left. Then Ihan came and stole the show.
Yeah.
Literally, and you didn't even, public speaking is in you.
Well, at my other day job where I work on underwear, you have to do a bit of public speaking and presentation.
For the underwears? To sell the underwear?
To sell the underwears.
Right. Is it men-oriented underwears?
Both
genders?
Both genders.
Okay. Do you get to see them wearing it?
My ambition was joining this company to make sure at least go to a Victoria's Secret show.
Right.
So
that was your ambition?
That was the ambition.
Have you you have seen that?
I've seen that.
And have you seen how are our Victorias? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Is it a secret that we need to maintain?
It's a secret. It's a secret we need to maintain.
Yeah, I was thinking. Let's maintain that secret. How often do you get Shani?
Well, not so often as you think, because
you have to split it among all the girlfriends, no? So then you don't get a full share.
Please, this show is going to end up in somewhere, I don't know. But I must say, must be an exciting evening every day.
I wish.
Look what I got for you. All right, so Ihan, so this is, their marriage is kind of a proposal, kind of a coincidence, kind of known. One of those, right?
Yeah.
It's all put together.
All put together.
Yeah. So, is Shani your first girlfriend and wife?
Definitely.
This knows how to answer. Yes, everything is yes.
I have not seen a girl, held a girl, none of before Shani.
You are blind to it, you are deaf to it,
yeah,
everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so how was it when you all met? Now, because Shani was telling me that you were such a gentleman.
I know, as always.
Well, so my parents were frustrated that I was not settling down with anyone.
But you're so young when you got married. You're still young.
28.
Like J-Lo had babies when she was 40.
Yeah, okay, but
Yeah.
in Sri Lankan terms.
That is true.
And then when I met him, he was such a gentleman. He pulled out, I was doing Naveksha, he was pulled out a chair and opened the door for me and all of that.
What door?
And the door of the car.
Ah, okay, wow.
And all of that. And I could actually have a conversation with him without him asking me what my future plans were.
Right.
So, which I liked. And then, yeah, we hit it off.
So
then.
Who asked? Did you all do the whole proposal thing? Did anybody do that? No.
Yeah, so we did the whole family
The engagement.
thing,
Yeah.
like, you know.
No, but I did do a proper proposal.
No, what do you mean, like?
Like, did he like pop the question?
Oh,
like,
of course,
Where
yes.
did you, what did you do with the ring? I wanted to know how creative were you?
But he was very, very sweet. But like for all men, you have to give them proper direction if they propose with what you don't want.
In terms of the ring or the location?
The ring. I don't care about the location. I didn't want to wear something that I didn't like for the rest of my life. So I always told him I like square-shaped diamonds.
You just sort of put it in there.
Yeah.
In case you know that, in case you want to buy something.
Yeah.
Better be square. Let's get into a break, because when we do come back, I need to speak more about a partnership that's sort of working here as well. More on the other side. Do stick around. It's a date with Danu. Now, we do have some revisiting the show. Not bad, no? I'm always happy to have them back. This time around, I have this person who has climbed Mount Everest and done cool things and become a national icon, not to speak about all his great work, but also about this phenomenal relationship that he has had with this family. On the other side, I have the Everest conqueror, Johann.
Hi, I'm Johann Peries, and I've been a hairdresser for the last 32 years. I've been on my own for about 20 years now. Before that, I was with Ravani. Yeah, so I'm here to go on the show with Danu, but I really don't know why I keep doing this after being on the show with him once and going through what I went through last time. This is the second time I'm coming on, and after what we went through last time, I can't understand why I'm coming back again. But it's Danu, so you can't say no. We are here, we'll do the show. I don't know what I'm in for this time, but here I am. So, on the show with Danu. So from what I know with Danu is that Danu is an absolute diva. And it's very difficult to win a situation with him. So we have to be on top of the game with Danu, because he always tries to win the game and he always tries to have the last word. So we are determined this time that we are not going to give in to that and somehow overcome that. So let's see how it goes.
Welcome back to the show, and with me I have Johann. Johann,
Hi.
you are still alive.
Still alive and kicking.
Great. Because last time I told him, please don't jump off some cliff that you climb. You know her because of her mum.
Yes, I've known her mum for a long time, and then of course Shani became my client as well.
Okay.
And that's how I got to know her, and then I got to know Ihan through that as well.
You've just... have you been going for haircuts to him?
There's not much to cut. So.
We do not use the hair dryer here. It's just a haircut and then... Okay, Shani, is there a question that you get asked so often as to, okay, you are someone who has made people who are losing the effect of hair give life to it once again. Why is this kept as a sample that's never accomplished?
See, the thing is, I feel so bad for him, because you know in our societies, if you do something,
Yes.
for me, yes, but he didn't get into this just to look like my, you know,
Yeah,
like a
a
poster
success
boy.
product.
Exactly.
Botox and the whole...
So, you know, like it involves a bit of injections and needles and stuff, the treatments, and he's mortified of it. So I don't want to like drag him and inject him while he's petrified.
And she doesn't give the shortcut tablets and all that as well, so I take the long route to...
Yeah. So this is never going to fill up?
No, I'll fill it up in time. For sure. So I don't have to hear this.
Shoe polish is another option.
Shoe polish is another option, I know.
Yeah, we did it in school.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a bit of a crime that we used to.
If I knew I was going to get married to her, I would have shaved my hair off before getting married. So this is probably about
Just leave it as it is. And how this partnership with the three of y'all has now eventually ended up as a building that you can go check and visit and come to know more about. And it's called the Crystal Cutting Station.
Yeah.
Got it right. It's a long name to keep in mind. But right now, it's time that we get into status update because while they're here, better get this show public. So Ihan feels that he's of no use when it comes to social media. He has one royal photograph on Instagram. So I'm going to start with Mr. Everest. Everest, I'm going to talk to you while you all update. I shall use beauty doctor fame to get the show notified. You can just be a feeler. Johann, so tell me about this collaboration between Chris's Skin Clinic and the Cutting Station.
So, Shani, as you know, is one of the leading skin doctors, as she would call it, or beauty doctor. And we were talking about this at one time, and we wanted to offer the full service, the beauty service that she offers, and the hair aspect of it, and to give people transformation, a whole new look, the inside and the outside, complete transformation. And that's what we were discussing for a while, and then we thought we'll do it together, and we'll go into partnership.
Brilliant.
And that's how it all started.
And you all just put both the names together. Simple. I think
Yeah, so then the
I
next
need to,
thing
for
was-
names, I need to come to Shani, I think. The most obvious things we'll put together and create a name.
Yeah, because she's got her brand,
Yeah.
it was Crystal, and I had my brand, which is Cutting Station. We were wondering how to not deviate too much
Crystal
from the two brands as
Station.
well. So we've had a few issues as well. At the beginning, when the name kept coming up at one
Yeah.
golf face, people wanted to know whether we were cutting crystal. Actually, you know what it was.
Yeah.
They didn't know what it was.
But you all could just do a side business there. Now, can you quickly update a picture about this place, and I will speak to you all. So now, this place offers what?
Offers everything from hair growth treatments to cuts to colors to everything that you need to do to maintain yourself.
Okay.
Like head
So
to
this is
toe.
also a good way for us to understand. So you're not going to come do something for your hair which might be risky.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to end up going back with green hair or something where you ideally wanted pink. Example. Things have happened like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
well,
You know who I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
let's hush about that.
Yeah. Before your time, dear. It was before my time too, but it's just that I just somehow get information that I don't need to know about. I don't know. All right. Now we are done with this updating. We'll speak more about this, such a long name, Crystal Cutting Station more. But right now it's time that we get into one word.
3, 2, 1. One word.
All right, it's time to play a game. I've explained the game to them off camera. I'm just going to use my phone. New technology, we better like save plants, right? Now, what you win is a box of brownies. And it's from Brownies, Cookies and Cakes. That's where it's from.
Let's go for it.
Yeah, Johann is like, Ihan, Johann, it's so confusing. All these names are rhyming today. All right, so there is no right or wrong answer. Whoever gets in first gets a point. Here we go. If you could buy any type of food right now, what would you buy?
Pasta.
Ihan
You
got
said
it.
first, yeah.
What color is your toothbrush?
Red.
Pink.
Johann. If you could buy any animal, what would it be and why?
Rabbit.
Giraffe.
Who was that?
But none of you said the why.
Ah, yeah,
Yeah, that's
is
true. Nullified. What is one thing that you'll put in your bucket list?
Trouble.
Who's your superhero?
Jessica Alba. That's true, no idea.
Who do you admire the most?
My mom.
If you could be any flavor of ice cream, what would be your flavor? Okay. Who's your favorite cartoon character?
Popeye.
If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go?
Everest.
And you said it.
What's your dream job?
What I'm doing.
Chef.
What a,
Right.
Aw.
I think I have a winner. Actually, I will say it's a tie. You all can share the brownie. What I will do, Shani, I will send you one whole pack just for you. All right. Let's get into a break right now. We'll see you on the other side. Do stick around. It's a date with Danu. Welcome back. It's a date with Danu on High TV in conversation with Shani, Ihan, Johann. They're the proud winners of the brownies. All right, so I wanted to speak about something a bit sensitive to Shani, but it's something that I have to address. A few months back, Shani lost one of the biggest strength in her life, her dad. And this shoot was originally planned, I think, during that time, and we had to cancel out on the shoot. So first, I'm sure he's very proud of everything that's happening right now. He cannot be more proud to know that this show is happening and you're talking about him, because he'll quite like the fact that he was remembered at this point. I have a funny story how I met Uncle for the first time. It's quite hilarious. But I'll talk about that after this. So Shani, I know it's one of the most painful days. For me, I've never seen Shani cry. And that's the first time I saw her. And I cried because I was looking at her cry. And then I saw Ihan cry, and that's very rare to see a son-in-law cry. That shows the impact that a person could have. It was such a sudden moment. And how are you coping with that?
It's hard, obviously, and I have my good days and bad days. It's always the back of my mind 24/7, every millisecond. But I always think he'd want me to do this. He did so much for me. Like, he's by definition a super dad.
And
like,
drive you to work.
Drive me to work, like sharp at 6:59, he'd be there to pick me up by 7. And like, he drove me when I was in Hambantota, he drove me like every weekend up and down, didn't allow me to use, like, come with my friends, or like, he was super protective. And he used to stay up till I used to study in the middle of the night. And he was like, by definition, the best dad anyone could ask for. So I have to carry on what he, envisioned for me.
And also what he was very proud of.
Yeah.
I really wanted Auntie to be here, but she was not up for it today. So we were hoping that she'll make it, but we know that next time around you'll be here. So I wanted to speak about Auntie as well. At the day that y'all launched
Elixir.
Elixir, I got a chance to see her presentation about what a remarkable woman she is. I'm sure you all will know her, Ramani. She has always maintained her beautiful haircut.
By Johann.
Johann. So Auntie was someone who pioneered this, bringing beauty culture into our country.
Yeah. So she's always a quiet person.
Yes. Barely can hear, but she's saying, hi.
And
What?
I'm in this field of beauty because I think I took up cosmetic medicine because I loved seeing what Ami was doing. I loved being a doctor. So she
And that
put
was
me
all
into
off the face, which is off the skin, not in.
Yeah.
So now you can go in.
So she's a very strong and a courageous woman. And she's always supported me. So she's paved the path for me. And she's the whole reason why I'm doing this.
How long does your friendship go back?
With Ramani, very long. I've known Ramani from the time I started hairdressing. I knew that she was there, and I used to go and do a couple of workshops also there because she had a school.
You knew two Ramanis.
Yes, I know. Yeah, there was one who was my mentor, and then of course there was Ramani, Shani's mom. And I used to go there sometimes to do demonstrations at the academy once or twice, and that's how I got to know her.
She's a very quiet person, so...
Does she spoil you?
She's definitely one of the best mother-in-laws you could have. So,
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that I know, but I've seen things happen. That's right. Let's get into something called, it's a burning set of questions. Burning love. And it's time to play Hot Seat. Shall we start with Ihan? Everyone take a vote.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, done.
good.
What do you think the tough part of being married to Shani is? Is it how come you don't have hair on your head? Number 1. 2, Shani's pretty. Number 3, how did Shani marry you when you don't have hair on your head? 1, 2, or 3?
1.
How come you don't have hair on your head? Okay. Your time at MAS or your time at Crystal, where do you feel loved and worshipped the most?
Oh, God.
You can solve this family-wise, no? Yeah. All right, Johann, to you. Shani or Mrs. Ramani? Who is more trendier when they come to the cutting station?
No,
Wow.
Willing to take a risk.
that's all right. That's all right. He wants to make us feel uncomfortable, so.
So,
Well, I think I would say Ramani.
Safe answer.
Her mom. You're talking
Yeah.
about her mom,
okay,
right?
Yeah, her
Yeah.
mom. Yeah, okay. If you were to climb Everest once more, who would be your sidekick? Ranil Wickramasinghe, Ranjan Ramanayaka, Maitripala Sirisena.
I think I'll go alone.
Option wasn't available.
That option was not. But if you had to choose one.
Oh dear.
The three seem to have time now, that's why.
I think the most daring out of the lot, who's Ranjan.
Okay, all right. Rose is Serenayaka, Caroline, who is the new Mrs. World. Out of the two Mrs. Worlds, who is your favorite?
Well, I think personally it's Rosie because I've known Rosie for a long time and from the time she won. So I think she is. But saying that, I think it's great to have a new Miss World. And I think she's absolutely fabulous as well.
Nayana, Harris, Michael Vijaysurya. Rank them as per your favorites.
Oh my
Mother
God,
of
you
God,
really
okay.
put me in a spot. You really put me in a spot. Harris, Nayana. Nayana and Michael, I would say the same, but,
No, but-
Nayana and Michael, okay.
So it's Nayana and Michael. It's 1, 2, 3. Okay, got you. Shani, to you now. I just have to re-clarify all of this. Okay. Politicians, cricketers, Colombo ladies. Who is your biggest clientele?
Colombo ladies.
Are you trying to say the politicians don't come?
Well, they do.
Okay, rank them. Politicians or cricketers who are more?
Politicians.
Ihan, your mum. Who has cooked the most satisfying meal that you have enjoyed?
My mom.
Sorry, Ihan. This,
Well,
this poor man had a chicken floating on a something with like a lime hanging off something.
Well, it's you're comparing 28 years of my life versus the last 5 years.
Sorry, Ihan.
There you go.
Yeah. Name one person in Colombo that you feel who needs your helping hands to touch them.
Oh my gosh.
Esperera.
Huh? Es Pereira. Okay. Who is this Es Pereira?
Well, you didn't give me any guidelines, so yeah, there you
Okay,
go.
so there is an Es Pereira somewhere.
Okay.
Okay. Name one person in Colombo who you think should stop right now. It's enough. Full name, please. Or at least the field that they are in, just describe them so we know.
Political.
Color?
What do you mean color?
Which part?
Color of the party.
Well, you asked one person.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would say blue and green both.
Okay, that's a bit hard now. Just give me one color, so. Green, I think I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Green.
So if you want me to
Gender-wise, man, woman.
woman.
Woman. Name one procedure that you would like to do on Johann and one procedure that you would like to do on Ihan.
Ihan hair transplant.
From
Johann-
where?
Come on, he has enough at the back of his head.
All right, okay. And the back as well.
Oh, Johann, I do Botox.
Okay. Done. Let's get into a break. On the other side, we have more coming your way. Stay with Danu. And now it's time that we put them through some sticky situation.
Sticky Situ.
All right, so now normally in Sticky Situ we ask controversial questions.
Okay.
But I just wanted to speak one to you. Now you created a new trend in this country called cosmodermatology, correct?
Yeah.
I knew it. I said it in one go. So that is doctor who can do procedures beyond which is skin level.
It's about a whole different field where you mostly focus on beautifying people through a medical
So it's not
field.
plastic surgery, it's not...
Plastic surgery is a part of it. So
Right.
it's a surgical part of it.
So, because I'm asking this because this is like a new thing in our country, and how many doctors are currently practicing this?
So when I started 5 to 6 years ago, the plastic surgeons were doing these procedures.
Right.
And then I was the youngest, and it was nice to introduce it to the public arena. But I think now there's quite a lot of doctors following the path, which is nice because the market is growing.
Are they following, or are they not following and just copying?
I mean, it's pretty much the same thing, right? Like you're doing something. When you see someone doing it, if you also have the knack for it and your passion is towards the same area, I mean, doing it...
Polite. You're polite. She's polite. Fine. Thanks. Johann.
Oh, that's a nasty smile.
I don't like the smile.
I have to speak about this. I know this might create a lot of controversy, but I have to ask you now.
Oh my God.
You are someone who, even before I got to know Johann on a personal level, he has always been someone who doesn't like to create harm to anyone.
Yeah.
True? I agree on that. And he always very helpful, always wants to support people, and that has always been there. You have always been a religious person as well. But you were out and right proud when you got to that, even that one level of Everest and then to the full on, you pinned down the WOW flag, which was brilliant over the fact that that is where you got the courage, the support, the love. And for me, I always say religion is beyond any institution. It's the faith that you have. But recently, the main person behind the WOW Church was under a lot of controversy over the fact that he was on many interviews and many talk shows speaking about this issue, over the fact that people were like literally calling him a phone charger. What is your take on it as someone who has been there involved and who has seen these things happen?
So I've been there almost from the inception, not really, but from the beginning. And it's been about 10 to 12 years that I've been there. And I've been a part of the whole church, and I've been a part of the whole movement. And, I think people take things out of context also. Yeah. And they take one aspect of certain things and then they blow it up. And in the recent, I think what happened was they actually used it very politically as well. It got very political, yeah, and it completely blew out of proportion. But yes, I think the one key factor that they all kept pushing on was the phone charging.
Yeah.
But what about everything else? There's so many people who have walked out of there without their cancers. The people who are dying, who have been raised out of hospital beds, where doctors have said they had no answers, that it had to be a miracle, right? And my own personal take on Everest, yeah. Somebody actually turned back at me and said, but they didn't climb with you. But they were the inspiration to me. They are the ones who supported me, and they are the ones who gave me the spiritual backing for me to do it. Because I always say, even when I speak at events now, that without the kind of spiritual backing that I had, I would never have made it. To make the right decisions as well. So I think people are welcome to their own opinion as well. But it is very important to look at the facts and look at the whole picture in everything. Yeah, we are very quick to criticize, yeah, without looking at the full picture and seeing the right background and everything else. So like I said, it's everything else that comes with it. Everyone has their opinions, but getting to the real facts, I think, is very important.
And how is the situation now?
It's died down. It's died down, but it will keep coming up all the time. There are different fractions in anything at all.
Of course.
Whether it's that is religion. You say it's religion, that is a certain faith that we believe in. But it happens everywhere.
Yeah.
It happens in our workplaces. Yeah, it happens in the political arena.
Yeah.
It happens everywhere. Yeah, and you can't stop that.
That is true. Ihan, there's nothing controversial about you, Minsin. You're such a nice soul. I'll come back to you later on because I have some fun things to ask you. I can ask you right now. One more question before we go. last time when you came here, I did ask you, you are the one who puts the wardrobe together for our ex-Prime Minister. Currently, what is happening?
With the wardrobe?
Yes.
Oh. He's not the Prime Minister anymore, as you know. But his wardrobe is still intact.
Okay, brilliant.
And I will still deal with it, whether he's there or not. I will still see to his wardrobe.
It's time we get into Do You Hear What I Say?
Do you hear what I say?
You get a chance to put these very loud headphones, which Ihan kind of broke. I'm told his head is big. Sorry, sir. Shani? She knows. All right, so you need to guess what I'm trying to say. Whoever gets it before the whistle goes off walks away with another prize on this show.
So I'm going to guess it and they also going to guess it.
Yeah, but whoever gets the shortest time period wins it, okay? But you all have already won something, no? Okay. Ready? Can you hear anything? No, right? Okay, done. Okay. How low can you go?
God damn.
Beep, 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 beep. How low can you go?
35.
What? I didn't ask you how old you are and I didn't want to reply to that. I wanted to guess what I was trying to tell you. But it's fine, you lost. Shan, it's yours. All right, here we go. He's a naughty little boy.
What?
Ihan, I know how it feels now.
I could read that.
He's a naughty little boy. Guess.
Guess from his mouth movement.
He's a naughty little boy.
Say something.
I can't even read the question. I don't know.
Secrets are very safe with y'all. Johann, let's try you. All right. Big, little big, and small. I mean the head.
Did you say something?
Not yet. You can understand? Okay. Drop it like it's hot. Yeah?
Repeat.
Drop it like it's hot.
Once more.
Drop it like it's hot.
No. I'm not going to say what I think I heard.
Say that!
That's exactly what he said.
Say it!
Say it. That's exactly what he said.
I can't.
Say it!
That's exactly what he said.
No.
Say it, man!
Say once more.
Drop it like it's hot.
Something about Scott.
What about Scott?
All right, I win. I'll keep the gift for myself. Thanks. Let's get into a break. We'll see you on the other side. So we did some digging to see what's on their Facebook, and right now it's time to get into WTFP. All right, so did some digging and I have some fabulous pictures. I'm going to give you the pictures.
Okay.
It doesn't digitally appear still. Shani, fashion is an evolving thing.
Yes.
How is your wardrobe doing now?
Aw.
I like the clip that you have put on your bow. Can you see? That's an external thing that you have clipped there, right?
It came with the dress.
No way. It's not going to come with the dress. I promise you, that didn't come with
Part
the
of
dress.
Christmas. Was that midnight service?
Exactly midnight service.
That's a real
Johnny.
midnight service. That clip, I'm so happy that the clip is out now. How studious were you in school? Were you very focused?
Yeah.
Your friends seem to think otherwise.
Well, this is because I studied till late and I just
And
sleep.
partied.
And you have just knocked out. This, where was this? At the
So
university?
this was the front row.
What? You sit in front and fall asleep?
Yeah. Not all the time.
Only in the morning.
Oh.
Johann.
Ooh.
Intense, I tell you. Eating the camera alive. Oh. Like a Valpusek.
It was one of those days.
Ihan,
Oh no.
can you handle your alcohol?
Oh, I know this also.
Can you?
Yeah. That's when I
What
can't
is
admit.
that? What is that?
It's way after the Hadley level.
What is happening though? You're like, did you recover?
After a day.
Are you
Carry us
sure?
home.
You can have that, that's for you. To remember in many a days than one. You know, I'm always fascinated with dance moves. There's something about this. What is dancing? The fingers or you? I just want to know, Shani, did you all practice the first dance? Please tell me this is not the first dance.
This is not the first
This is
time.
not the first dance. No.
Follow my finger now. Like, keep this. I can't be holding. That's for you.
Ah, sorry.
Shani. So when you were studying in the medical college, it was mandatory that you look like very local, right?
Yeah.
They wanted you with.
What do you mean? Like, okay.
They expected anything fancy, like if you have colored your hair and all. It was not comfortable schooling time.
Okay.
True, no? Sweet, no? I love this picture. Man.
So this is hospital time.
Yeah, but this is such a nice one. They will cast you in the next teledrama. I have to show this picture. Dad, tell me a little story about that photograph. Where was it?
This was the first time we went to the Phillips Island, I think. Yeah.
Okay. And?
I usually take pictures with Tati. Yeah, it was a nice one.
Yeah, it is. Johann,
Oh,
this is from With My Feet this year? Last year?
no, it's last year.
Wow.
Last year.
Oh, no, I think it's this year.
Oh, that's like 2019.
19?
Yes.
Yeah. Amazing, no?
Yes.
Amazing.
19.
Yeah. Ihan, once again, I have to show you this. I'm very confused. Well, we all believe in sunblock. Just because Shani tells you to apply, it doesn't mean that you need to eat it as well. What is happening here?
The Nivea.
That's not sunblock.
Yes.
It is.
No, you have to drink the Coke and eat the bun from the.
Yeah, but how do you have flour? Were you making the bun?
We're supposed to eat the blood in the flour.
God, life has been quite tragic. Shani, in this, I can easily figure out who you are.
Aww.
You can, right? It's so easy. You can, obviously. It's the same face. Shani, you still have the same face. If you cut your hair,
Hasn't changed.
not at all.
That's right.
Because, Ane, here another dostara moment. Ape gami dostara.
Well,
Very nice.
you can't rock up like this when you're like.
Well, hello.
It was a very, very satisfying time.
Yeah, but I must say,
Yeah, she enjoyed that a lot.
this has been Johann's profile
Oh,
picture for the longest time.
No, it's not my profile
It
picture.
was for the longest time. You also have two accounts. I don't know why you have the second one. What is this?
It
What
was in
is
the
where was
Maldives.
this? Huh?
That was in the Maldives.
Right. I just can't see the sea. Another great moment of Ihan that we can't say no to.
Same moment.
You say, this is before or after. They have kept you standing here. Do you know these moments in your life? But before we wrap things up, I need to show good two pictures that will just end the show on a nice note. You have cleaned up well, Johann. after all that sunblock, after all the hangover.
You mean Ihan?
Ihan, sorry. What did I say?
Johann.
Johann, sorry. That's a nice photograph.
Thank you. I love this.
And Johann, where was this?
That was on top of the CN Tower in Toronto.
What have you not climbed?
That was actually quite fun. It was to lean over the building at the tallest tower
And jump off?
in
Did you
Canada.
jump off or
no,
just to lean?
I would have loved to jump off, but they didn't allow me to. You lean over.
That's it. You went all that way to just lean?
No, and then you walk around. It's called the skywalk.
Oh gosh. All right. We can also start here now. We have Nelum Kulana.
Absolutely.
Yes. Right. We need to wrap things up on the show. Shani, thank you so very much for being here.
Thank you.
I met her in such a random way. I actually spoke to only Ihan first time I met. I didn't even know they were married to start with. I think I knew, or I didn't know.
I don't know.
But he spoke about food for the longest time while we were eating. Then he invited me for home for dinner and I felt sick before the dinner. After, and I couldn't go. Then I met Shani at a wedding after that, where she advised that I need to cover my age lines. And I did take the order. As you can see, I have flawless skin now. But they've just become family now, and that's the best part about it. I'm so happy that I have you all in my life and to have had you all on the show. Johann, as always, thank you so very much for visiting us once again. And I wish you all the very best with the crystal cutting station.
Thank
you can check
you.
them out at One Golface.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, thank you so very much, guys. Until we see you with another cool episode to A Date with Danu, it's a wrap on the show.